Communication works for those who at it. A very good evening, Toastmasters, and our respected guest. I, Shilpa Gupta, Sergeant at Arms for the Club, welcome you all to the 81st meeting of Wave to Lead Toastmasters Club. Let's have a big round of applause. To begin with, let's state some ground rules for the meeting. Firstly, please switch on your videos to make the session more interactive and lively. At Toastmasters, we try to use English language as the mode of communication. In case if you use any other language, please provide its translation. If you choose to talk about sex, religion, and politics during the meeting, please do it responsibly and in a manner that it doesn't create mutual conflict of interest among us, the club members. On these restricted topics, it is recommended to get your content reviewed from your mentor, VP Education, or club president before presenting it on the stage. Please keep your cell phones on mute. Always use a show off button for raise of hand if you want to speak. Mute your microphone unless you are not speaking. Please applaud passionately and loudly for our performers. It's time to read out the mission statement of the club, which is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Without further ado, I would like to call upon the person who is learning the art of making Insta Reels these days and enjoying making a lot of reels of his recent Jodhpur trip. He is none other than our President TM Manan. Over to you, President TM Manan.
Well, thank you so much, Toastmaster Shilpa, for starting off the meeting on such a nice note. So thank you so much. And tell me, how is everybody being? TM Rajesh, TM Suraj, TM Priyanka, how's the long weekend for you guys and how you all are feeling after enjoying the festivities and celebrating the Independence Day?
Hi everyone, and I feel Independence Day along with Rakhi. It's a great combination. I enjoyed a lot with family, with extended family, with my sister and her husband. So it was a long-awaited list, which I was just waiting that I got the time to meet them, and this is really wonderful. It's still in same mood.
I can totally resonate with you, TM Priyanka, because it's been like a little bit of festivity and a lot of people coming in. We are going out and meeting our siblings and enjoying certain moments, lovable moments with them. So definitely, I can see you and understand you. So now coming to the very special meeting that we are having tonight. So tonight we have a lot of guests joining us. So we'll have like quick introduction of all our guests and then I'll reveal what the special meeting of the tonight is and what's the special agenda for tonight. So guest Kajal, would you like to introduce yourself to the club members and what brings you to this meeting tonight?
Hello everyone, my name is Kajal and today is my second meeting as a guest. So in last meeting, it was a prepared speech competition, I guess. So at that time, I was not able to speak much and like obviously I needed some more meetings. So as to observe the Toastmaster Club, like what is the basic purpose of it. So yes, today I've joined it and after this I will going to make my decision to join it or not. As far as now, yes, I'm enjoying the session and looking forward to it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, guest Kajal. We have chosen the right kind of meeting. If you wanna check how you can speak impromptu on different topics, so tonight it's gonna be a very much learning experience for you. Now, moving to quickly to our guest Anshuman. Guest Anshum. Guest Anshum, can you please turn on your camera and introduce yourself to the club and tell us what brings you to the club tonight?
Hello everyone. Like I found this theme is quite interesting. Just saw the message and like I would love to interact with everyone. Thank you.
So TM Anshum, are you?
Yeah, I'm Toastmaster. Yeah, from Division G, Tivo Talkster Club. I'm also club officer. I joined in May this Toastmaster, and I was also going to start in my college.
Oh, wow, perfect. I hope you have wonderful time with us tonight. Moving to our guest, Akib. Guest Akib, please introduce yourself to the club and tell us what brings you here tonight. Guest Akib, are you there? Okay.
Okay, are you calling for me?
No, I was calling our guest Akib, but since you have turned on your video and your camera, so please TM Asil, introduce yourself once again to the club, though a lot of people already know you, but a lot of them would like to know you again.
Hello, I'm Toastmaster SC, joining all the way from Kuwait. But in reality, I am Egyptian, and I would love to tell you Happy Independence Day 2 days earlier to you all. And I will be table topic master, and you're going to see what I prepared for you all today.
Well, thank you so much, TM Asil. We are very much excited for what you have brought us tonight. So looking forward to that. So now we'll have somebody on stage, somebody you all have been waiting for. So our special guest or special educator, I would say, for tonight is somebody who is a life skill trainer by profession and who's also an assistant district training manager for District 126, who is presently acting as the president of Vision Toastmaster and who's been into the table topics finals twice and ended up as the runner-up. So this person is none other than our very own, very talented, somebody who's joining us for the second time, and we are very glad that she's joining us tonight. Please put your hands together to welcome TM Pragya on stage. A very, very big round of applause for TM Pragya. TM Pragya.
To Toastmaster Manan, and a very good evening to all. Before I go forward in the session, the first request that I have from all of you is to please turn on your cameras. That's the best way we can start facing our own fears, get into a comfort zone, and realize that this is for real. So may I please request all of you to switch on your cameras if you can. Thank you, Manoj, for that. Okay, so two details. First thing being, try to keep it as interactive as possible because that's where you learn, that's where you get to speak. Second, if you have any questions, raise your hand instantly. I'll try to answer it then and there. Right? Now, let me give you a little bit brief. But before I do that, I have a very simple question to ask. How many of you are actually terribly scared of impromptu speaking? You can raise your virtual hand in case you don't want to unmute and speak. Be honest, because I am sure if there is somebody who's not raising hand is inside answering the same thing.
Honestly, I've never been afraid of public speaking. In fact, I actually enjoyed it. I hope you believe me.
Yeah, I do because I enjoy it too. But there are so many of us who actually fear it for a simple reason that the first thought that comes to our mind whenever we talk about public speaking, whenever we even think of standing on that stage, it gives chills. First question which I would ask, why does it happen? Everybody will have a different reason for it. Need not be same for all, but you can answer in the chat box of why. What do you think? Or if you want to unmute and speak, you can do that.
Ma'am, I guess it depends on the crowd in front of whom we are speaking. Like if we know that the people who are standing in front of us are very excellent communicators, or like they are very talented and outstanding. So obviously, like it is like a human nature that we will get nervous and we will overthink that how will be our performance and what they will be think about us. I guess all these things are the basic nature of a human being. So yes, definitely some of the time, like a person definitely feel nervous.
Okay. Just for an update, you might be thinking, what am I doing here? But I am just writing down the points. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just writing down the points so that by the end of the session, you have got answers for your individual fears that exist. Right? So the more you tell me about what you're scared of in impromptu speaking, the more I'll be able to answer it. So please unmute and speak your own fear.
Yeah, hi Pragya, this is Shilpa. So I'm usually scared from the content. If I am aware of the topic which I need to speak, definitely I will able to speak. But if it will be impromptu, I will not able to think about the content instantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah, I do agree with like Toastmaster Silpa. Like it is depend on topic. What kind of topic is given to us? Like suppose it is any new kind of topic, then we have to think. Like we have to think.
Right. Okay. Anybody else who has any other fear? Any other reasoning for it?
Hello. Yeah, madam.
There is someone who's raising their hand, but Rashmi, I think you're not connected to your audio, is what it is showing me.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, Rashmi.
Actually, I am preparing. I am working on my English, so I have fear of speaking English.
Okay, so you have a fear of language.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, stage fear also.
Okay, stage fear. Anything else? Kajal, you are speaking on mute if you're, in case you're.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm saying that sometimes we are fear of vocab also. Like there are so many times we are not able to understand what the other person is saying when he or she is using a hard vocab. So
Okay.
there are many times of vocab fear as well. Like that only, that English language.
Okay, got it. So as far as I have understood, most of the fears on public speaking as well as impromptu speaking lie around either language, content, stage, or the crowd that you are around. What if I say that maximum amount of the fear is because of none of these? I'll tell you how. And I'll also tell you answers to all of these fears that you have of how you can work on these. That will work not only in impromptu speaking, but in any format that you want to speak. My focus will be on impromptu, but this concept will work on any format that you want to apply it to. Let me tell you how I'm going to divide this session. So what we will be working on first will be thought. Second will be technique, right? And third will be thinking process. Now, why thought and thinking process is different is what I am going to tell you throughout the session. But let me first start with the first segment, which is thought. Raise your hand if you have come across situations in your everyday life where you had to create an answer to substantiate any point that you want to put across. Now, what do I mean by that? For example, your mother comes to you and there is something which you don't want to tell her and you will instantly create a story. You went out for shopping, you got late there and probably your husband or somebody in the house asked you, why were you late? You cannot tell them you were busy shopping for hours and you create a story. The auto got stuck, probably I did not get an auto or something or the other happened, right? There was no cab, it was raining and so much more. So is there anyone who does not come across these day-to-day situations where they create story? Take 1 minute time or maybe 30 seconds time. Look back at your day today or in last 3-4 days. Wasn't there any situation where you would have created it? Maybe you were late for office. Maybe you didn't want to go to a wedding and you created that headache and stomach ache and I don't know what all, right? So these are the situations where we all have been using the concept of impromptu speaking. So the first thought that we have to change is when it comes to impromptu speaking, it is not something which you have not done before, but rather is something which you keep doing in everyday life without even paying keen attention to it. Right? So that is the first thought that we have to focus on. Second thought, a lot of people say that whenever I listen to a topic, I really don't know what to speak about it because I don't understand that topic. Now make this thing clear. You will not know everything and anything around the world. Nobody can. And that's normal. But how do you understand that particular topic into the perspective that you know? How do you fit in that topic into that perspective, that story, that idea that you have is what makes the whole difference on that stage in those 1 to 2 minutes. Right? Now, if somebody comes to me and says, talk about maybe astrology, I might not even know my sun sign, but can I connect that to something humorous? Can I connect to something that has happened in my neighbors or somebody life around me who has struggled with astrology? Yes, I can. Right? And that is why what is the second thought that you need to keep in your mind is we all have stories around us or within our day-to-day life which can be connected to any topic that comes across you. So attempting a table topic is absolutely not a rocket science. Even if it is, you can still talk about rockets, right? It's not that difficult. At least you know that you were somebody probably who when you were young used to wanted to be an astronaut and you fancied making rockets or stuff like that, and you have a story right there. So the second thought that you have to keep in mind is we all have stories around us. Third thing that you have to keep in mind over here is listening forms an extremely important part when it comes to table topics or even creating a generic speech. Now, let me ask you a question. Right now, I told about a few examples on how you can speak about table topics. And I'm not talking about the example of rocket. Tell me any one thing which I talked about just in this last 1.5 minutes.
We have stories around us for any thought.
Exactly. So this is what active listening is all about. Whenever on the go you are asked, were you listening? Most of the times we go into that phase where we're not listening things, even when things are happening around us, we feel it is noise. Now it's on you on how you filter that noise, convert them into stories, and be ready for any table topic. That's what I did when I was preparing for the districts. I would listen to any story, even the aunties outside having some gossip about something, my friends discussing about something which I absolutely don't like, or probably my kids speaking what was happening in the school. I started paying attention to these stories of how I can create them going further. And trust me, till my district, most of the stories that I used were not my own, but something which I have heard around or I have tried to put it into a structure and a framework. Right? So all you need to do is listen carefully to the stories around you, and you will never be short of ideas to speak on any, and I bet any impromptu topic. And we are going to test that thing now. Let's have somebody to volunteer and try whether we can really create these stories or not. Can I have a volunteer who would want to take a table topic? Anybody who would want to volunteer?
TM project, can we nominate people?
Yes, you can.
So I would like to nominate our guest Kajal, since she really wanted to test herself. So
Sure.
yes, Kajal.
Okay, sir. I will take this chance.
Okay. So Kajal, your topic is one thing which you absolutely didn't like. One thing.
I hated life.
Sorry?
What you said, ma'am? One thing
One
that I
thing.
hate in my life.
No. One thing which you absolutely didn't like. Something which you did not like at all. Okay. Now let me set a context for you. You don't have to go long back. What you have to do is just think of today or yesterday. Any smallest of the thing that has happened around you and talk about it.
Okay. So, hello everyone.
Is Kajal not audible?
There are so many things that I don't like. I believe that we are very concerned in this. But like people who are selfish, who have a lot of ego.
Is Kajal not audible to me or to everyone?
She is not audible.
Not clear.
Not
Well,
audible.
network issue.
Okay.
Kind of people.
Yes, Kajal, you can probably switch off your video and then speak. I guess there's
Ma'am,
network.
is there some internet connection problem?
Yes. So we were not able to hear you clearly.
Ma'am, wait. Now is it fine?
Yes, it is.
Now, ma'am, am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. So yes, so like I like to watch a lot of news in which I can see gossips or anything else. So in that, I have always observed that the people who usually make headlines are the ones who are these kind of negative people only, like who just thinks about themselves, not about the society. Basically, they're not afraid of the God, which I believe that obviously like there is one thing which is very common in the universe, that is our karma, that whatever we will do, we will going to get it in the future, we will be repaid back. So yeah, like if I talk about today or yesterday also, so like when I was watching some news, so in that I saw a very horrible news in which it was like there was a guy who raped a girl. So he got a bail, and after getting that bail, he again raped the same girl. And look at the audacity of that guy, that he actually like made a video of it. So it was very, very horrible. Like I cannot even imagine like what was going on that guy's mind. So that was the most horrible thing which I've came across. And it actually like I don't have any words to speak about that mentality of the person. So, and there are a lot of things which I believe, like people who try to make other people feel down. Like obviously I believe that God has given each and every person a talent. So it should be our duty, our responsibility, that we should be humble enough and down to earth to make other people feel good about themselves. And I guess that when we are talking to someone or when we are sharing anything with someone, so it is basically on us that how we are presenting ourselves, because the other person will obviously will gonna judge on our money or on our position, profession, or etc. Obviously these things I believe that obviously very important in the society as an individual, but at the end it totally depends on what kind of person we are.
Yeah, so we'll just take a halt here. Now, few things which she connected to. I'll just give you an idea of how you can do it in your table topics as well. So first thing which she connected to was a story of a rape which she had heard maybe a day before in the news. She also talked about the idea, the mentality of the person, what it could be, to explain that whole scenario or the whole situation. And she also told about how she felt about that particular incident. So this brings me to the understanding of what she is doing right now. She is taking a reference from an event which has happened, and she's talking about that, right? So what we will do is we will try and understand the second part, which is how to get into the technique of table topics, right? So you have understood the thought. What are the 3 points which I told about the thought? Can somebody repeat them?
Number 1, reference. Number 2, talking about them, how she feels.
No, I am not talking about what she spoke. I am talking about the 3 points which I told as a thought process which we have to keep in mind. Then we'll come to the technique part of it.
First thought, second, third thinking, and second one was I forgot second one.
Okay. So first thing is that this is something which we all have done. It is not something new which we do not use in our daily lives. It is something which we have been doing all throughout. Second thing is that we have stories all around us which can fix into any table topic. And the third being that listening forms an extremely important part when it comes to preparing for impromptu speaking. Okay, all set with the mindset? Any doubts here? Good to go? Now let's move on to the techniques of attempting table topics as well as how do you design your table topics. First being, see, all of us will be different type of people. Some will be number crunchers who would absolutely love numbers, percentages, or referring to some kind of numbers, right? Few people are absolutely humorous. They can make any topic humorous, and you would literally be on your, you'll be laughing like anything. Some of them will be experience oriented. They will always share what kind of experience they had, what did they feel about it, how did it turn them to somebody else, or stuff like that, right? Then there'll be few people reference oriented, just the way we had just now, right? She referred to a particular instance which was happening. Whenever you start practicing any of the techniques which I am going to tell you now, first and foremost step remains to find out the kind of person you are. Are you somebody who extremely works on numbers? Somebody who prefers taking references, stories, or probably tries to use humor, or you always share your experiences? Why is this particular thing so important? Can somebody tell me why is it so important to know what kind of a person? I can attempt anything, right, if I'm good at it. But why? Can somebody answer?
Ma'am, to make the conversation more interesting so that other people can also join it, they can have an excitement about that, what we are talking about, what is happening.
Okay. Yeah, that can be one reason. But the main reason for knowing what kind of a speaker you are is that you know how to target a particular topic. If you try to mix in all different style when you're just a fresher in table topics, so I'm being very clear about it. If you're a fresher in table topics, try to find out your unique style so as you can focus on that particular area. I am somebody, I have attempted a lot of table topics now, more than, I would say, thousands and thousands of table topics is what I have attempted till now. But I have always found that I am more comfortable, I am myself when I am using an experiential kind of attempting any table topic. I will always share my feelings, my emotions, my stories about it. And I'm comfortable in that area. If you are a statistical person, you will always be comfortable telling numbers. 75% of people do this, 20% of people do that. In 1960, this thing happened, or probably you will always be comfortable in that particular area. If you are a reference-based person, you will always be comfortable connecting your table topic to something which you watched on TV, read in books, or on the road, or anything like that. That will keep you in your comfort zone and still be confident about that particular topic. Once you become comfortable in attempting table topics, you can keep on trying different aspects, different styles of it. Good to go? How can you find out which is my style? Quite simple. Go to Google, search any topic that you find on Google. What is the first thought that comes to your mind when you see that topic? Is it a number? Is it a story? Is it a reference? Is it humor? Anything, and you will find out your style. It is as simple as that. Okay. Once you've found your style, there are few techniques which you can follow when it comes to attempting any table topic, right? First, the most easiest concept that you have to keep in mind is if you are new to table topics, always be friends with one king and four wives. I absolutely love this concept. Be friends with one king and four wives. What are these? Right? So the wives are what, when, who, why. What, when, who, why. Or you can have where instead of who, depending on the table topic. And what is this powerful king who is keeping, and I feel nowadays it is difficult to manage one wife, but this particular king manages four. This king is H. H is how, right? So why this thing is so important is that whatever topic you get, if you are somebody new, just answer these 5 questions and I bet you will be able to speak on that topic for 2 minutes for sure. For example, if I tell you, honesty is the best policy, why do you feel so? Who has talked about it? Or where have you thought about, or where have you felt that honesty is the best policy, right? Why do you trust that? Is there a situation in your life where you trusted honesty or you did not trust honesty and it worked out for you? How did it make that event go? That feeling, that emotion that you went through. Just sharing these 5 things can absolutely make you answer any topic. You don't need to speak them out. You don't have to say, okay, now I'll tell the why. Now I'll tell the what. No, it's in the background of your mind. It's on your hands. Always keep this handy. Keep answering one question at a time and you will be able to speak. Got it? Any doubts on this? No, right? Okay. So now the typical techniques which Toastmaster uses to answer, and what we'll do is that each technique, when I tell you, I will need one volunteer who would come and speak and practice that particular technique. Okay, set? Right. So let me first tell you the first technique that we talk about in Toastmasters is prep. Point, reason, example, and points. What you have to do is that any topic that you get, you have to speak either for or against, whichever you want. Talk the idea that you want to share with us. Why? What is the reason of sharing that particular idea? Give one example of where this idea connects to a story in your life. And then a 360-degree wrap up where you come back to the point and say, and so I believe the point which you have talked about, right? One thing always keep in mind, it is not compulsory to follow a topic always. If you are somebody who feels that no, honesty is not the best policy, it's okay. Go against the topic, but have a really strong example which supports going against that topic. Very strong example. You can't give a lame example and go on a topic which people don't, which normally people believe on. Okay. Now, if I say women empowerment is important, and you are somebody who believes, oh, what is this women empowerment? What are you even talking about? Have an example, a situation shared from your own life, which will tell clearly of why it is not important. Okay. So may I have the first volunteer who would want to try this particular technique?
Can I try?
Sure, please, Yusuf. So, Yusuf, your topic is why this world is not a great place. This world is not a great place. And you have to try the prep technique. Point, reason, example, point.
I totally disagree with that statement. This world is the best place to live. Why? There is no other world we can be living on. See the example, the Mars. People are talking about living there. There is no water, ladies and gentlemen. How can we live without water? And this world is full of everything we need. The water, the fresh air, the fruits, the vegetables, the animals. We can eat anything. We can be happy here. So this world is totally the best place to live. If you try to imagine somewhere else, you are living in a dream. For me, this world is totally the best, the real best place to live, because I've never been everywhere else. So back to the topic, I disagree with your statement because this world is the best place forever. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Yusuf. So I'll explain what he has done. First, he took a stand. He told his point that this world is a good place to stay. Then he gave a reasoning of why it is so important. He also gave an example that, I don't have water there at any other planet, which I might need, and it's an important thing. And at the end, he wrapped up again, going back to the point that I totally disagree. I believe this world is a better place, right? So this was the PREP technique, the PrEP technique. Going on to the next technique, which is about cause and effect. Now, this technique is mostly used in scenario where you can actually talk about a cause and that effect which it had. But this technique also works beautifully if you can have an experience from your own life, if you can go back to the learning that you had from that experience and the impact that experience had on you, right? For example, can I have somebody to volunteer for the next topic, please?
Yeah, can I go?
Yes, Sonia, please. So Sonia,
Sorry, Anusha.
Okay, Anusha, your topic is life is not a race. Life is not a race.
Well, if I was a turtle or if I was a tortoise and I was saying life is not a race, you would find it very easy to empathize with. After all, if I can't be a winner, I might as well say life is not a race. But more seriously, on a more serious note, is life really a race? Come to think of it, we live our daily lives running against other people. And what do we get out of it? Stress, tension, that heartburn that he has more money than I do. He has a better house than I do. The car is bigger. Things are much better on the other side. The grass is greener on the other side. Well, that's always going to be the case. Once you realize this, that the grass is always greener on the other side, you'll get down to the brass tacks and you'll start saying, yes, I won't get into the rat race. Leave alone a race, I won't get into the rat race because life is not a race. It's something which is meant to be savored. The sunshine, the clouds, the rain, the clean breath of fresh air which comes after the rainbow has settled. If I can enjoy all that, if I have adequate money, then can I not live life at my own terms? Sure, I can. And that's what I want to be the hallmark for me. I want it to be a life which is lived well, where every minute is accepted as an unrepeatable miracle, because that's exactly what every minute is, a miracle and unrepeatable. Back to you.
Thank you, Anusha. So a little bit of shuffling of the idea is what we will do here to explain exactly how this whole story can be put into a cause and effect. So Anusha, you beautifully told us the idea that you have about life and you don't want it to become a race. But if I want to put it in the context of cause and effect, what I will do is, what is this hustle and bustle of life doing to us? Isn't it making us more stressed? Isn't it something which is taking away the happiness, the pleasures from us? And what is the end result of it? I am absolutely not enjoying the life I am living in, where I would want it to be peaceful and happy and energetic. I am right now living stressed, exhausted, frustrated from what I am into. But is there a solution to it? I would say yes. So this is how the whole idea that you have been presented has to be demarcated. What is the cause of this particular? So your central idea will be that stress or that the distressed emotion that we go through. You will tell the cause of it because of the fast-paced life or the priorities that we set for us. You tell the effect of it, that we are not happy, we are exhausted, or we are not enjoying the things that we have, and then you take a solution to it. Right? So the context which you took was right, but if we have to fit it into the cause and effect theory, this is how it will work. Got it? Any doubts here? Okay. The next concept that we have is very simple. Anybody who is even a fresher to table topic can use this. But I wouldn't suggest staying in this on this technique for a really long time, because it is like your, that comfy chair, the sofa that we have in the house, that you will never want to get out of it once you get into it. But for the freshers, you can try this. So there's this technique called past, present, and future, which means whatever topic that you get, you will start it from a situation that has happened in the past that connects to that topic. You will tell how you're feeling about it. How is that situation going right now? How's your story moving right now? And you will talk about a future that you envision with that situation. It can be a positive future. It can be a story when you feel that, no, you're going on a wrong track, anything. But it needs to have these three segments clearly mentioned in your table topic. So do I have somebody to attend? So I have Asil who wants to try this topic. Asil, would you want to try a topic?
Yeah, I enjoy these. Like I said earlier, I really enjoy these public speaking.
Yes. So Asil, your topic is, it's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Asil. So you have to apply everything in the past, present, and future. Okay?
Past, present, future.
Yes.
Perfect. I studied it in college. It's all in your head, girl. It's all in your head, Susu. It's all in your head. Have you ever been told that before? Or have you ever told that to anyone when you felt they're imagining things? I sure have been told about that before. Now, most of us have got the vaccination. I have twice in my life. I've been feeling weird. But each time I say that, I feel like it's still for you to feel these symptoms. Do you really feel them? Stop imagining it. It's all in your head. But later, they might regret that they have told me that. Because they noticed in bedtime, I was covering myself in 3 blankets. Why? Oh, because I felt intense cold. If only you knew how much I hate the cold. My mom came to my room. She was all like, why are you covering yourself in 3 blankets? I'm cold, mommy. That's because you have a fever. You're feeling chills. Ah, does it sound like it's all in my head now? No matter. She just gave me a sweater and I just covered myself in 2 blankets. And it passed. The first time I got vaccination, now the one I told you was the second time. The first time I got it, I could not move my arm. In fact, I couldn't cook. I had to order out. Normally, I'm the cooker in the house. My mom cooks, but this time we had things going on, so I had to ask my brother to order for me food. I'm sorry, Abdullah. I cannot cook. My arm is killing me. Will you please order for me Burger King and Pizza Hut? Based on a true story. So again, I ask, have you ever said this to anyone? Have anyone ever told you this before, but then they regretted it? No, I'm not sure if they regretted what they said, but at least they believed me when I told them I was feeling weird. Next time I tell them I feel chill, take my words seriously. Please, back to you.
Thank you, Asil. So I loved your body language in the voice modulations that you had, Asil, and it's a very good, I would say, a plus point or an extra point when you are able to use your body gestures as well as your voice modulations in table topics. But we'll focus on the technique right now. So she used the technique of past, present, and future, wherein she told two scenarios of the past. However, she missed a little bit on the present part of it, of something which has recently happened to her. But she did say what people have to expect from her when it's the next time. So she did talk about the future into it, right?
I tried.
Yeah. So this is the way you practice a past, present, and future technique. Last, I will just come to two quick techniques wherein probably you will be able to use it more when you have experienced table topics. But one of them is a savior for all, I would say. First technique, which I'm going to tell you in these two segments, would be anecdotes or pros and cons part, right? So you can always have some kind of an anecdote or solution and experience which you have had and the learning from it. And in the second one, pros and cons, you can say the positive or the negative for it. For example, if I have a topic which says watching television is good for kids, right? You might be a mother who absolutely doesn't mind, or you might be a person who absolutely doesn't mind spending hours on Netflix or TV. Or probably you might be somebody who doesn't want that thing to happen. You will say the positives and the negatives of that particular idea that you want to portray. Give one supporting point for each. And then either you can wrap up with a central point or you can just leave it that way, with a point for audience to ponder on and say, so my dear audience, which side do you agree to? That's a simple ending which you can give to pros and con kind of a attempt to any topic, right? Pros and con is mostly not that frequently used because it can only be used in ideas which does have a plus or a minus to it. And in contests, we rarely get such kind of topics. They'll be very generic topics, right? So these are a few of the techniques which you can try. And now time for the saviors technique. So somebody asked me that at times we do not understand the topics at all or what people are communicating. And this has happened with me many a times. At times I'll not be able to, because I have also been competing in countries which are not a part of my native language. The language might be different, their English might be different, their vocabulary might be different. So this particular technique is what I call as the breakup technique. You break a particular topic that you have got into sections, pick up the points that you understand out of it and start speaking on those. One of the topics which I got and which I always remember is that the only thing that we learn from history is that we do not learn anything from history. And I was like, it's a tongue twister. How would I even remember this particular topic to speak on it for 2 minutes? Right? Though I remember it now, but at that point of time when the anxiety is building up to be on the stage for the first time, you absolutely don't remember. And all I did was to connect history and remember. I picked up 2 words which I could hear clearly and which I could relate to. And I started speaking on that particular topic. Slowly, I could get on to the point which I wanted to portray and which did support that particular subject at that point of time. So this is a technique which any fresher can also use if you are not understanding a simplest of the simplest topic, or you are anxious about speaking on a topic, pick up one word which connects with you and create a story around it. right? So that will start bringing in that confidence in you of speaking slowly. Done? So these are few of the techniques. And now just, I'll take 5 minutes. Manan, do I have 5 minutes?
Yes, TM Pragya, you do have.
Okay. I'll just give you a few kind of points which you have to keep in mind whenever you are attempting a table topic. Okay. The first thing that you have to do is always try to connect to a story. Simplest of the stories. You don't need to have complex stories from your life. See, life is already complex for people. They don't want to listen to your complex story. They want to listen to simple day-to-day life stories that you have. Why? Philosophy is there on Google. I tell you, oh, you should be honest. Honesty is a very good thing. You should always be honest about things. You will listen to me for 10 seconds and you'll be like, boss, I'll read about honesty on Wikipedia or probably Google. Do not tell me philosophy. Right? So do not try to be a philosopher who knows everything. Rather, tell them you have been there, you have done that, you have lived through it, and that is why you are speaking what you are speaking. That builds in trust, that builds in confidence, and that builds in the connect. Because at the end of the day, somewhere down the line, we all have similar lives. The struggles. If you feel I cannot share my struggle, or try doing it, people will love it. Because that makes them believe that they are not the only ones struggling in life. That they are not the only ones who have had the bad phases in life. That's where you will connect. Second thing, because I am talking about connect, always try to see, observe your audience. Right? If you are talking about something which you would talk to a 50-year-old and where the whole crowd is a teenager, it won't make sense. In the contest, you are speaking for the judges. The judges might be of varied group, varied age groups. So speak something which can relate to most of them. If you tell a school time story, probably they might relate to it. They might have lived through that school life. But if you talk about rocket science or a science experiment which you have been doing, I'm sorry, I don't even know about it. I wouldn't even listen after 10 seconds to it. And I am telling this thing because I have been on the judges' side too. I know what connects to the judges or not. So always try to connect, look at the audience, see them, and then see what they're liking or not liking. Last but not the least, you have to keep in mind the time duration and how do you divide. Because like any other speech, a table topic is also a speech at the end of the day, right? So you will need to have an organizing of that speech properly, having an opening, body, and conclusion. Now, how do you do? If you have 5 minutes, you can have time to actually think of opening, body, conclusion, middle, and then I have to leave the message and so much more. How do you divide your time of 2 minutes into all of this? Initially, first 5 to 10 seconds. Start with a punch to grab the attention. Right? This punch can be a quote, a thought, a shocking message, or probably some voluntary action that you want to do, of fear, of anxiety, of anything, but grabbing. It can be a question. The most easy way is ask audience a question. Even if people are not listening to you, they will, hey, she's asked something. They'll come back to you. Right? So that is how you grab attention in the opening. After you have taken that 10 seconds, don't go into philosophy of explaining those 10 seconds because that literally crushes the idea you have portrayed in those 10 seconds. Straightforward, jump into the story. Don't even say, let me tell you a story. I know when you start, I will know it's a story. Don't waste your time telling me that it's a story. Directly jump into the story. At least 40 to 50 seconds you can speak on that story. So we have covered 60 seconds. Okay. After that 60 seconds, if you are good enough, you will be able to expand the story which you are speaking for 50, 60 minutes, but you have qualified. That's the whole idea. You have qualified and you will not be disqualified based on time. Slowly, once you develop your skill of impromptu, you will be able to expand this story. And I'm going to tell you exactly how. That will be the last exercise we'll do and then we'll stop it. And the last second that you have got is extremely important because that is going to stay with the judges, with the people who are listening to you. Always have a summary of what you have said. Now, summary doesn't mean adding 4 lines again. Summary means summary, which means only 1 or 2 lines of what you have said, and leave with a punch again. Leave with a thought, leave with a question for them to ponder on, at least for that 1 second. Have you done it? Have you been there? Have you lived that? Anything. But let them go back into their memory loop. That's what will keep them stuck to you. Because in table topics, in generic also and in contests also, there will be 10 speakers speaking. Why will I get stuck to your point and not to somebody else is what gave me points. Okay. So these are few things which you absolutely have to keep in mind. It's all I say, it's all a second game. Few seconds can absolutely take you here and there. Many people would come to me and the only question they ask whenever I take this session is, oh, I get either no thought or so many thoughts. I have so many things to tell, but you have only 120 seconds to tell it. So do not waste your time on thinking which one to tell. Stick on to the first or the second thought that you have got. Stick on to it. Do not get a new thought, whatever happens. Even if you think this would be the best one, leave it. It's not about that thought. It is about how you convey the thought that you have got to the audience and convince them. That conviction of you on that thought is what is going to take you forward. The stories can be as simple. My district story was as simple as me holding an old lady's hand and taking her to the other side of the road. I don't think there is rocket science in this. This was all. That was my story, which cleared me from district semifinals to finals. This was my story. Okay, so don't go into complex stories, simple stories. Show your conviction, show the power you hold for that message, and that is what is going to take you forward. Okay. Now, last, I hope I could add the points, especially for people. Somebody asked me that language is difficulty for me. Trust me, in last 1.5 hour session, I have not used any words which probably Shashi Tharoor would have used. Right? I haven't. It was plain, simple English, but still I could convey my thoughts to you or the ideas to you, and that is what matters. If you go back to the ballot of table topics, I would request all of you to once at least go on Google, search for table topic ballot, Toastmasters, and you will see very minimal pointful language there. If you can connect through the idea, language will not make that big a difference. Then you talked about content. Somebody questioned that I feel I don't have a content. I told you the answer to it, right? You have stories, you have content all around you. You just have to listen, pick it up, and fix it into a story. You will not need to read books or novels or probably whatnot for content. It's all right there in your own life, happening every single moment. Somebody also said that excellent communicators scare me. Sorry, I could not write the name. Excellent communicators scare me. I'll tell you my experience. So when I was competing in district, the person I was competing with in the finals, he has been 3 times district champion. I have learned while I was in the initial stages from his education sessions. Standing on the same stage, speaking on the same topic with that person who was speaking. Right? Does that scare me? No. Why? Because he has his own life experiences, his own stories to share, his own conviction to handle. I have my own life, my own experiences, my own beliefs and the situations I have faced. You never know. Even the best communicator might not be able to communicate his situation the same way which you can if you feel for it. And that will show in the way you speak. You don't need to portray it. That will show because you've lived it. Right? So even if it is the bestest of the communicators, you don't need to be scared of that person, because the stage they stand on right now and the stage you are at is nowhere a competition. Right? Always keep in mind, it is not about winning. It is about that learning, the experience that you will get through this process that is going to take you forward. And that guy, mind you, has been a Toastmaster for 12 years. I have been a Toastmaster for 1.5 years. Standing on the same stage with a guy of 12 years experience and winning so many contests. But I knew my story was true to me. That's all mattered. Okay. And last but not the least, the stage scares you. The best exercise you can do, which I still do. Okay. I did it even before starting this session. Take a pause, breathe properly 3 to 4 times. That helps you calm down the anxiety. That really works well. I don't know how. I don't know the science behind it, but that has always worked for me. Even when I shifted from online space to now, I am doing events which are offline for Toastmasters, and it has helped me. Okay, so I hope I have answered all the questions also, which had the fears that had come in the initial part of it. And last but not the least, the only thing which will take you forward is practice. Do not give up. I can't do it, will not take you anywhere. Right? So go to as many table topic sessions, pick up table topics from Google, impromptu topics, just try to speak on that. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be better every single time. That's it. Okay. Last exercise we'll do and we'll split. Is that okay? So all the people who are experienced over here in this Toastmaster today, this exercise will help you a lot. I would request, and I'll tell you how you expand or reduce that middle phase of your table topics. Okay, so somebody who's experienced can use this format. Somebody who's fresher can stick to 1 minute qualification also. Perfectly fine. I would request all of you to first think of a place where you're standing. Okay, and there are mountains all around you. You just have to think about that place. What do you see? Anybody of you, can you tell me what do you see? I mean, I did tell you to see mountains, but what do you see?
I'm able to see the birds flying across the mountains,
okay,
and the beautiful clouds,
okay,
white clouds, and I can see the children who are playing, because I'm from mountain place. So the children who are playing near the mountains, and a beautiful pond over there.
Okay.
And yes.
So now I'll tell you why this particular exercise is going to be a very, very important exercise for you, and you can use this exercise anywhere, even for your own self. But when it comes to table topic, you must have heard that we should have a central idea, right? A focus point where I would want my judges to be when they're scoring me, to be honest. Okay, that's where I want my judges to be when they're scoring me, or anybody who's listening me should be at that point. So now let's do this particular exercise. Can I request you to close your eyes and just listen to what I have to see and visualize? Let's see if this thing works for you. So I would want you all to see the high peak, snow-capped mountains all around you. On your left side, you can see a river flowing with blue water. It's chilled out there. The breeze is so cold. As it's touching your skin, you can literally feel your hair of the skin rising up to that cold. On that one corner near that river, there's a huge stone. And I see that girl sitting there. Her short, shoulder-length hair flowing in the air. She's trying to cover them up. but they're too naughty to be covered. She's trying to focus on the book she has in her hand. The pages are flipping with the winds blowing. Suddenly, the page stops. She looks at what is written there. And she is into tears. She reads, "You were such a strong woman. Where are you lost now? You were such a strong woman. Where are you lost now?" Okay. So you guys can open your eyes. Were you able to visualize that girl sitting there? This is the power that you can, at least the experienced Toastmasters can use in your table topics. I mean, you don't have to ask the judges to close their eyes and all, but this is the power of detailing, pauses, and voice modulations that makes them feel what you want them to see. This might be a little difficult an activity for somebody who's new, absolutely new. But for all the experienced Toastmasters, try to bring them from a wide horizon of thinking to something that you want them to focus on. Okay, this is what my mentor told me, that suppose you have a room around you. When you are seeing me, if I just unblur the background right now, your focus will be on everything around me. There's a cupboard, there's a sofa, there's this, there's that, there's people speaking and stuff like that. Now it's my job to bring you to what I am saying. And that's how you do it, by detailing, by that experience that you give to that person of feeling those chills, of seeing that girl, of explaining that event that you are going through and the emotions behind it and the pauses at the right point of time. I paused after the message that I wanted to deliver, just for a few seconds, for you to get that message inside. So whenever you're delivering your message in table topics, have that power to your message, that the idea gets nailed right there. At the end of the day, any of these techniques will not make much difference. I have tried all of these. It will not make much difference if you are able to convey to your story in any formats. Okay. So I hope I could take you to my journey of table topics, which I have kind of collected in past 1.5 years, and this might be of use to you. You can, any one of you, I'll just put my number here in case you wish to contact. Okay. So you have my contact here. If you have any more doubts still, you can contact me on that number, although I feel you should not have any. With this, I'll hand over the stage back to the president, Toastmaster Manan. Manan, over to you. Are you still lost looking at that girl? I know she might have looked beautiful there. Exactly the girl of your dreams, huh? He got stuck on his smile.
Hi, Pragya. Are you from India?
Yes, I am.
From?
I'm from Hyderabad.
Oh, great. Even I'm from Hyderabad.
Oh, great. So you can have my contact and we can get in touch.
Sure, I will. Currently, I'm staying in Saudi Riyadh.
I have
joined Toastmasters just a month before.
Oh, I've been a part of a club in Riyadh, in Saudi, Horizon Toastmasters.
Okay, this is Taj Toastmasters.
Oh, I've been to your club too.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, TM Pragya, for taking the time out and taking us through this journey of, understanding how to deal with impromptu speaking and table topics, and actually breaking the art and science of table topic mastery into small consumable chunks that can be absorbed and applied in future meetings. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And before you leave, can we have everybody on camera so that we can have a fantastic group picture? TM Priyanka, can you do the honors of taking the group picture?
Yes, I just a second.
Yeah. So everybody on the count of 3 will have our group picture. So TM Pragya, any particular gesture that you want us to make to, okay, the victory sign, because in the end of the day, we all aspire to be winners and we all will be winners. So victory sign, everybody. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, thank you so much, TM Pragya, once again. And every time you join us, you fill our hearts and mind with so much of information, and we feel so grateful whenever you come and share your time with us. Thank you so much.
I would request all of you, if you said my number, please do write a feedback of what I can do better. It's a learning journey for me too.
Sure, we would. So now moving ahead into the meeting, we do have a session where you can apply all of the learning that you had till now instantly. And that is the table topic session. And to conduct the table topic session, we do have somebody special who has joined us from all the way from Kuwait and who has brought us very different, very exciting topics for us to challenge ourselves and our thoughts and deliver on stage. But before calling her on stage, I would like to call upon the table topics evaluator of tonight, who is none other than Sergeant at Arms of our club, TM Shilpa. TM Shilpa, please come on stage and we want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, thank you, TM Manan. So today I will be the table topic evaluator and I will be responsible for listening all the table topics carefully, and at the end I will just give the feedback for all the table topics for today. And along with that, I have a team today which will help me doing this activity. TM Manan, I need to introduce the timers and the grammarian for this.
Yes, TM Shilpa. We do have our R counter and timer with us. We do not have grammarian since it's a special table topics meeting.
Okay, thank you. So to evaluate the table topic session today, I have a team. So I request TM Suraj for explaining his role for today. TM Suraj, as a timer, please. TM Suraj. Okay. Meantime, I want to request our R counter today. TM Rajesh, can you please let us know your role for today?
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Silpa, for inviting me. So, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a counter, I will listen very carefully for the uses of repetitive words, uses like etc. etc. I shall also watch out for cursed word, unrequired pauses, joiners, and so. I will keep record of number of time. Will report that when called upon by journal evaluator Toastmaster Shilpa at the end of the meeting. So over to you, Toastmaster Shilpa.
Thank you, Rajesh. From the timer end, I just want to give the information. So today we have completed the table topic session. So as a timer, we have to restrict sayings. So I think, Suraj, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Can you please give your role for today? Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmaster and my lovely guests. So basically, I'm the timer of the day, and I will note the time of all the table topic sessions, everybody. And so table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card, right? And I will present my report at the end. Over to you, TM Silva.
Thank you, TM Suraj. So once at the end of the meeting, we will just give all the report regarding our evaluation for today. Over to you, TM Manan.
Thank you so much, Tables Topic Evaluator, TM Shilpa, and all the auxiliary role players for explaining their role so well. So other people, ladies and gentlemen, just pull up your socks, tighten your seatbelts, because we have somebody all the way from Kuwait bringing us interesting table topics tonight to challenge our thoughts and our skills at the same time about the learnings that we just had. So join my hands to welcome TM Asil on stage with a huge round of applause. TM Asil, the stage is all yours.
Hello all and happy
Hi Souvik, how
Independence.
are you? मैं ठीक हूँ एक्चुअली मैंने ना अपने ग्रुप में डाल दिया था सॉरी
TM Sonia, yeah, thank you.
सॉरी
This is for you all.
We are very well, TM Asil. How are you?
I'm good. I brought this anthem specially for you guys.
Thank you so much.
Even though, because I'm Egyptian, I don't know much about this Independence Day, but happy Independence Day to you all. Wish you all happiness. Please allow me to share screen.
Thank you. You can share your screen. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go in order. I have a few special quotes and I want each of you to talk about it. Toastmaster, hold on. Toastmaster Marutish.
Yeah, audible?
Do you want to go first?
Yes.
Okay, and your quote is, here's your quote. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops is in the ocean are dirty, the ocean itself does not become dirty. And the screen's yours.
Yeah, thank you, Tabletop Master. Really, it was very nice question. Really, I agree to this question. If few drops become dirty, the ocean will not become full dirty. Yeah, I really agree. Even I also have visited some of the places, new places. I went for Mumbai. I went for Rajasthan. Like that, I used to go for different states. But I was before that I was very afraid to travel one place to another place. I thought people will be very rash from geographical area to geographical area. If we go means to survive, it will be very difficult. I used to see, for example, I am staying in Karnataka. In Karnataka, also in some of the main cities, the people will some in the majestic or some of the areas. People in businessmen, people will try to cheat people and another people for because of money. Like that, it has happened. But I had some experience that wherever we go, also there where bad people is there, there will be some more good peoples. If some peoples are bad, we should not judge that whole area is not, peoples are not bad peoples, because I also had some experience, like I met different peoples. When I went for Mumbai, I went newly and I was difficult to travel one place to another. The taxi man, he has very calmly cooperated with me, explained how everything places in Mumbai, and left safely in that place. Like that, when we travel new places, there is sometimes we will face difficulty and more people will not be the same. Some good people also is there. uh, in my experience, I saw that one, and also I have many stories to share that type of experience. If I got in future the same table topic, I would share another stories. Thank you. Back to tabletop master.
Thank you. That was a wonderful speech. Yes, and I totally agree with you. Toastmaster Rashmi, I see you raising your hand. Would you like to go next? Toastmaster Rashmi? Okay, I see so many hand raising. Let's go. Let's take a step at a time. Since Toastmaster Rashmi cannot hear me right now, I'll get back to her later. Toastmaster Sonia, you want to go next?
Yes, sure, TM Asil.
Yes. Toastmaster Rashmi can go after you. Here's your quote. Now I want you to be brave and strong when you speak about it. They may kill me, but they cannot kill my ideas. They can crush my body, but they will not be able to crush my spirit. They may kill me, but they cannot kill my ideas. They can crush my body, but they won't be able to crush my spirit. Give it all you got, Toastmaster Sonia.
I'm starting. भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय. They can kill me. They can kill me, but they cannot kill my spirits. I am a soldier by heart, by everything, my brain, my blood, my nerves, everything, every organ of my body is for my country, India. You can do anything to my outer body, but you can never kill my spirits. You can never kill my patriotism towards my nation. I am a soldier. I am a soldier. In every family you will find me. You will find me in every family of India. You will find me at every region of India. You will find me in every post, every rank. You will find me in every weather. You will find me if the place is like nobody can go there to survive, like you will find me in the coldest of the glaciers. You will find me in the hottest of deserts. You will find me in the seas under the navy uniform. You will find me on sky with the air force uniform. You will find me in the green uniform on the earth. Everywhere I am born only and only to serve my nation. So I will never be dying. My blood is only for my country. That is my motherland. Jai Hind.
Bravo. That was pretty amazing. Toastmaster Juaria, are you ready?
Yes, Sasi.
Okay, I have here guest Toastmaster Galal Zaki. You're going to go after her, okay? Okay, your quote is, independence is not what you get, it's what you make of it. Independence is not what you get, it's what you make of it. Show us what you've got, my dear. Are you ready?
Can I take the next quote?
Sorry?
Can I take the next quote, please?
Give me your blood and I will give you independence. give me your blood and I will give you independence. Screen's yours.
Can I take this topic? I think Juberia is not there.
TM Priyanka, we can probably give TM Kajal this chance because she really wanted to speak and she posted in the message as well. Maybe you can take the next one.
Yes, yes.
So,
Okay.
so I will take the next one. Priyanka ma'am can take this one. I have no problem.
Toastmaster Priyanka. I did say Toastmaster Galal, the guest will go after her. So how about you go after the guest? Okay.
Not an issue.
Toastmaster Galal, are you ready?
Okay.
Independence is not what you get. It's what you make of it. Independence is not what you get. It's what you make of it. Would you like to take this quote or the next one?
I'll take it. Asil,
Okay.
genuine. I come from your country, and Asil means genuine in our language. Independence is not what you get, it's what you make of it. I am highly against that because I'm writing a book called Story of My Wife because I owe her my life. I cannot imagine how I could have lived had I been independent. My wife is everything to me. She married me when I was kicked out of several universities. And I met her at a university, the third university. She was a bombshell. All the boys and the teachers were running after her. And at the time, we didn't have social media. And the three fastest ways of spreading news were telephone, telegram, and telegirl. So I went to her best friend. I said, I'm madly in love with your friend, but please don't tell her. The rest is history. I got kicked out of the third university and I had to do my military service. I was getting 6 Egyptian pounds a month. And she married me against her father's will. And she got me to go into a 4th university and a 5th university and to teach at the university in America and to get highest degrees. By the way, they don't know how to speak English in America. Anyway, I came back to Egypt. My mother passed away after I wrote a Shakespeare play. And I used to tell jokes to attract girls, never applied for a job. And that's how I got hired. Independence? No, I became Mr. Spicy in tikka, the chicken tikka commercials. And all of the women above 60 are madly in love with me. I produced 5,000 pencils that read, I actually met Galal Zaki. I got this from an Indian guru from a book he wrote, Raj Marwa. And the book title is Buy This Book. So independence, no, I'm happy not to be dependent. I'm not independent. And I've written a song called To Fadia with Love. It's on YouTube, guys. I say I'm strong, I'm sure, but when it comes to her, I'm a little child. I'm a feather in the wind. I go crazy. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. And I'm pleasure that you like my name. My mom would tell me that it means beautiful face. Toastmaster Priyanka, are you ready?
Yes.
We have another guest, Toastmaster Kajal. You can go after Toastmaster Priyanka.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Toastmaster Priyanka, are you ready?
Yes.
Would you like to take this quote? Would you like to take this quote? You give me your blood and I will give you independence. You give me your blood and I will give you independence. Would you like to take that or should I give you something else?
It's perfectly fine for me.
Okay, show us what you got, girl.
You give me your blood and I will give you independence. These are the words come from the mouth of our beloved Subhash Chandra Bose when he was addressing the people to serve for the nation. And this was a quote which I really loved from bottom of my heart since my childhood. Because whenever I go around my city or go around anywhere and saw any soldier, then it gives me a feeling of respect as well as feeling of pride that what they are doing for us. This is an occasion of Independence Day, and we should proud that our beloved soldiers who lost their lives just for the nation, just to make us feel free. And we are living in the country which is actually a pride of world. There is a diversity, there is everything, we can feel it in geographically, nature wise, with the resources. We are really rich in everything. And soldiers, which are really the pride of our nation, pride of every citizen, they give us just a free breath in which we are living. And we should be really thankful to them as we are living in free India right now, which is actually took us number of years to get. And we should be very thankful and respectful for them. So over to you, table topic master.
Thank you. Thank you. I loved it. Toastmaster Kajel, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your quote is, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Is that quote all right?
Yes, ma'am. Shall I start?
Yes, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. So, ma'am, I can't see the code. Can you please share the screen? Yes, ma'am. Now I can see it. Everyone. So my quote is, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. See, I believe that each one of us has an identity and it is completely depend upon the country in which we live. Obviously, I know that we belong to this world, to this universe, basically a planet Earth, but still our main identity is known by our country only, which we can see, like obviously most of the documents like Aadhaar card or basically most of the identity documents, be it passport, be it driving license, it is all connected with the country only. So I feel that especially today in a world where everyone is so selfish, I believe that we have to be very selfless, at least for the country, to serve our nation, because that's the best thing which we can do as a human being, and also as a follower of God, through which we belong to maybe any religion, like be it Hindu, be it Muslim, or be it Christianity, any religion. Because all the religion books also taught us that the first karma which we should follow throughout the life is to serve the country only. And yes, we all know that all the army people, such as people who are serving in army, navy, and air force, they are the most respected people in our society. And yes, definitely, why should we not respect them? Because yes, they have given their precious time and the most productive youth years for the nation. Because today, and especially when we are celebrating the 75 years of the independence, we should know that what is the actual value of the independence we have got, especially by seeing the countries such as Afghanistan, and there are so many other countries I don't want to name, where the people are where the people are following how the people are living in such a suffocating environment. So definitely we should be very thankful to our country for giving us this independence, and for that we whatever we can do in terms of employment generation or for the social welfare or anything to make our country more beautiful. I think it is a matter of proud. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear. That was beautiful. I have 4 quotes left. Do we have time for another participant?
Yes, TM Asil, we can have 2 more.
I have 4 more quotes.
Okay, then we can have 4 more. Fine.
Okay, Toastmaster Rashmi, I noticed you raised your hand first, but I kept calling for you, but you did not respond. Okay.
Sorry for that. Am I eligible or no?
Okay, since it was only fair you raised your hand first, I'll let you go next. Are you ready?
Yes.
A country's greatness lies in its undying ideal of love and sacrifice that inspire the mothers of the race. A country's greatness lies in its undying ideal of love and sacrifice that inspires the mothers of the race. Is that quote fine for you?
It is little tough. Can I have a simple one?
Sorry?
It is little tough actually.
No problem. How about this one? Let your spirits fly high with the Indian flag today. Let your spirit fly high with the Indian flag today. Is that okay?
Yes. Let us spin a hold. Thank you. Let your spirits fly high. Can I have a screen once again? Can I have a screen once again? Hello? Let your spirit fly high with the Indian flag today. Friends and folks, as you can see, your flags rising to the high, and you are feeling very proud and very um, high too. So, friends and folks, let your spirits high fly. As any flag gives a freedom, a pride, a proud for any nation's citizen. As any flag give you courage and give you power to stay your head high. So you have to follow that power. You have to let your spirit high. This is not just a flag. This is not just a tricolor. This is what your freedom fighter provides you. Right to give a vote, to give a equal right in your nation. You have freedom of speech. You have so many freedom, and you are equally treat. For example, earlier earlier when we were not we were under the colonial era. We were not that empowered. We were under the another's country. And now when you are powerful and you have spirit, so why not use it? Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Kisan.
Thank you, my dear. That was lovely. I see Toastmaster Archana and Toastmaster says ET. Since ET here raised his hand before Archana, would you like to go next?
Me.
Yes.
Me first, right?
Here's your quote.
Who is Arcana or me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Are you ready?
Who is going next? Me or Arcana? The question is.
You.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. Toastmaster Archana can go after you.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Hope this quote is okay. Freedom is something you have to fight for. We have fought hard to earn it. So let's celebrate its freedom. Never let go of it and always carry it in your heart. Freedom is something you have to fight for. We have fought hard to earn it. So let's celebrate it, our freedom. Never let go of it and always carry it in your heart. Is that quote okay with for you?
Wait. It's
I
too
wish
long.
it a
No?
very
Yeah.
I kind of liked it. I liked it.
Wait. Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you. And
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can see you and hear you. I'll keep the quote up for you.
Okay, I start. Freedom is something you have to fight for. We have fought hard to earn it. So let's celebrate our freedom. Never let go of it and always carry it in your heart. Well, this is a very motivating Independence Day quote. Well, Indonesia also celebrate our Independence Day today. And to gain the freedom, the very first proclamator, Mr. Bung Karno, have a say that if you have 10 youngsters, you can conquer the world. It means that we are built by the youngsters. Even the independence that we get from is from the youngsters. It doesn't mean that the veteran haven't done their job or haven't done their part to earn our freedom, but to build the nation, to build it with our heart, we need the youngsters. We need the young citizen that have this kind of freedom. They want to build their own business. They want to build their own career. They want to help to build the nation. And if you have this kind of freedom that we have fight for, you will know that it is not easy to receive this. And once you earn it, you should keep it and you need to forsake it. You need to celebrate it with our freedom. We celebrate Independence Day in Indonesia every single year. Today or this year, it is 77 of our Independence Day. And we need to have this culture cultured into our youngsters, your younger generation. So they should never go of it and always carry it in their heart. And that's part I have been proud to become Indonesian. Back to you, TTM.
Thank you. We have one more part. We have two more and we have two quotes left. Timer, do we have time for two more volunteers?
Yes, we can take two.
Toastmaster Arcana, are you ready?
Yes. I'm ready.
A country's greatness lies in its undying ideal of love and sacrifice that inspires the mothers of the race. A country's greatness lies in its undying ideal of love and sacrifice that inspires the mothers of the race. Is that okay for you?
Yes.
Okay, all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Asil. That's a wonderful quote and very true to our nation, which is India. Yes, a country's greatness lies in its undying
sacrifice, and it is the sacrifice of our uh, freedom fighters, all our great leaders who had sacrificed their life to make our life free, and to made us who made us live in this country with freedom, and freedom from everything, because there were several social evils also. Not only we were uh, under the governance of the Britishers, we were under the governance of our under the what we call as the bound of we were bound with so many social evils as well. There were lots of social kind of or caste system which was there, and still it's there, but it's much lesser than before. So it is all our sacrifice the great leaders and the great reformers have made for this country. They have sacrificed their, not only their life, their whole spirit and blood. They have sacrificed for us and made us the nation, and they made a nation which is free from all these evils. So, and now this is our responsibility to go ahead and to and to move further from all the social evils which still are prevailing in our society, in our country India, to make it a free country for from everything, from all the social evils. That is all really required. There are so many rape cases, there are no so many social evils still prevailing in our society. So let India get free from all this and be we will be truly a free country then. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I believe we have one more guest, Mr. Yusuf. There's only one quote left. Are you ready to take it?
Yes, I will take it, whatever it is.
Yeah, this is the final quote. Let there be freedom in our mind and body, faith in your words, and pride in your soul. Let us salute our nation. Let there be freedom in your mind and body, faith in your words, and pride in your soul. Let's salute our nation. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay,
Yes.
anytime.
Totally agree with this statement. If we have got freedom in our mind and body, and faith in our words, and pride in our soul, we will have got a great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, if we don't have any freedom in our mind and body, how can we make our country beautiful? How can we make our country becoming the greatest country in the world? Because we cannot think at all. We cannot move our body to defend our country, let alone our soul. If we have got the freedom in our mind and our body, the soul in our body will be growing very well. And that will show we will defend our country from any colonialism. We don't want anybody interfere with our own country. How can we do it? If we are free, we can do it. But if we are tight, our body is tight, our mind is blocked, we cannot do anything. So the first important thing to make our country advanced and beautiful, let the freedom of our mind and body, and let the soul of our body grow very well, to defend our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's fight for those freedom. Let's fight for all those colonialism in technology, in anything happening with us. We are the free people in a free world. God gave us this country for us to live and to defend it also. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are my statement for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf. All of you did incredible jobs. You guys really touched my soul. Even though India is not my home country, I'm still happy that it has gained the freedom to deserve. Timer, have all participants qualified?
Yes, TM Asil, all the speakers are qualified.
Great. We vote for the best table topic, or that's for later?
We would launch the poll for best table topic speaker in a while. We have prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all. And I would hand over the screen back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, TM Asil, for these wonderful topic. And rightly said, though you're not from India, the kind of research that you did for preparation for your role is truly commendable. And all the topics were really thought-provoking, I would say. And they actually took us sit back and analyze things and see and really test our skills on stage tonight. So thank you so much for doing what you did for us tonight. And any feedback or anything that you want to say? Any last thoughts, TM Asil? Well, I guess TM Asil is unavailable for now. So let us just quickly launch.
I was sending a message. What was your question?
My question was, I was just appreciating for the amount of effort that you put in for us. And, though India is not your country, still you researched about it and prepared fantastic table topics for us that actually took us, that actually made us took a step back and think about what we have to speak. And you really tested our skills tonight. So thank you so much for that. And I was just asking, any last thoughts that you have that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I think I already shared my thoughts. Thank you for having me, and I'm happy you guys had an amazing day. Wish you all best luck for the participants. You are all winners to me, to all of us.
Thank you so much. So I would quickly ask the table topics evaluator to please take over the stage and tell us about your observation for us, what we can improve and what were the good parts.
Okay, thank you, TM Manan, for handing over this to me. So first of all, today we mostly all the guests have attempted for this, so that's a great achievement. Because it's actually difficult for everyone to promptly speak on any topics, and so that's a first major thing. Like all the guests were eligible, so everyone was able to speak at least for the 1 minute. Topic was not straightforward. So first of all, I want to appreciate everyone for attempting this. Another is, I'm not sure if we have time, so I will just quickly take the names and just give a single line of feedback. So first, Marutesh has attempted, so he has done a great job. Just I have noticed that in some points he was grammatically he was doing some mistakes, and wherein he was repeating some sentences. So otherwise everything was great. For Sonia has done a great job. He has started with a very great slogan. It was very inspiring and she was very confident, and her vocal language was excellent. And again, she had an excellent end. So great work, Sonia. The third one was Galal. So he first of all he has strongly disagree the point. So that is a great effort, and his story was it was a great storytelling. So we were able to connect with his story. Fourth one was Priyanka. So her speech was very clear and she was very calm on this topic. Fifth one was Kajal. I can say that means she has done a great job. The content was great, but I can say that she can keep smile on her face. That's a small observation. For Archana, her speech was very clear. She had a great content and her vocal variety was great. Recommendation would be her camera was off. If she will on the camera, then we will it could be more interactive. Now other is Rashmi. So she has attempted. She had tried to speak on the topic, but I noticed that some words or some sentences were repetitive. There were some filler words which she used and some grammatical mistakes, which definitely end was great. Another was ET. So he had a great start, great gesture, and great facial expressions. And the content was also great. Last one was Yusuf, very expressive, very inspiring, and engaging. So now I want to call a timer of the day. Please, can you give us the report for all the table topic contestants?
Thank you, TM Silpa. And that's my report of as a timer. So basically, all the speakers are qualified. All the speeches are within time. So there is no disqualification from my side. And if I start from the guest Marutis, he completed his speech 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Guest Sonia completed his speech, her speech 1 minute and 54 seconds. Guest Galal 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Guest TM Priyanka 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Guest Kajal 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Guest Rasmi 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Guest Ilos completed his speech 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Guest Archana 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Guest Yusuf 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay, so that's all from my side. Over to you, TM Silpa.
Thank you, TM Suraj, for the detailed report. Now I want to call upon TM Rajesh for his counter report, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa, for inviting me once again. So here I would like to show my counter report. So I think right now my counter report is visible. So guest Kajal spoke 4 times. So 4 times. Guest Mathuresh spoke 10 times. Guest Kajal spoke 5 times, and guest Rashmi has spoke 12 times, and guest Archana spoke 8 times. So yeah, this is from my side. Over
Sir,
to
sorry to interrupt you, but you have written 2 times Kajal, guest Kajal. There are 2 reports.
sorry.
Sir, you have written guest Kajal 2 times. There are 2 reports for Kajal.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, might be. Okay, yeah, this was I think when Toastmaster was conducting that earlier session.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, sir.
yeah, and
You've spoken 2
yeah,
times.
yeah. So over to you, Toastmaster Shilpa.
Thank you, TM Rajesh, for the detailed report. So over to you, TM Manan. We are done with our report for today.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Table Topics Master. Thank you so much, auxiliary role players, for letting us know how well we did and letting us know the points of refinement. I would like to ask for the feedback from the guests that joined us tonight. So anybody who wants to give us certain feedback for our future meetings. Okay, TM Sonia has raised her hand. Yes, TM Sonia.
Actually, I want to start from the very beginning, like from the very beginning till ending. Like now we are going to end it after a few minutes. Means everything was very well organized, and I'm so happy to see that so many means members are so enthusiastic. But along with them, there are so many different countries guests also, and everyone was very enthusiastically participating along with the essay timer, our Toastmaster of the day, like everyone, TTM, yes, TTM, the presentation was so good, so captivating, and very well. And I like the idea of table topic evaluator also. In this meeting, I have seen that also. That's a great thing because the table topic evaluator has told every person where they were good and where they can improve. So that's a very good takeaway from the meeting. Like mostly we are just getting evaluation from the for the prepared speakers, but here we are getting evaluation for us also. So that's a great thing, and everything was so good, and I'll be joining next time also. Thank you so much for making me join your meeting.
Thank you so much for these kind words. It truly makes us feel proud, and actually more than proud, it makes us feel satisfied that you invested 2 hours of your life with us and you feel like they were good time spent. So thank you so much, TM Sonia. And I would request you to please drop in your contact details into the chat box so that we can connect with you in future and you can join us later for other meetings as well.
Yes, and please, sorry, I forgot to tell about TM Pragya. Like I have learned a lot from that session also, because I'm also a fresher. So that session was very useful. Like, how can we speak in the impromptus? Thank you very much for the opportunity to join your club's meeting today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, TM Sonia. TM Galal, any words of wisdom for us or any feedback?
Thank you so much. Yes, my pen was smoking with the notes I was taking from Pragya. I can't believe this. I was so happy. And I forgot to say that I'm related to you guys. I have Indian ancestry, so I should be celebrating with you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for these kind words. Any other feedback from any of the guests? Guest Yusuf, would you like to say something, some final words? And after that, I guess TM Archana has something to say.
Thank you very much. Well, this is such a great club conducting the table topics. Even you gave us the technique how to attack the table topics. And I'm sure everybody here get the benefit of how to be able to be the great speaker in table topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. TM Archana, I saw you unmuting your mic. So do you have anything to say to us? Some final thoughts?
Yeah, I feel so fortunate. Today I was just scrolling that group where your message was there. So I just was stuck to the message that was about the impromptu speaking, and I immediately clicked to the link and got it here. And I'm really happy to have such a insightful session where we got to know about various techniques of uh, speaking in the table topics, as well as the table topics itself. They were so captivating, and they were also very thought-provoking kind of topics. So thank you so much for that wonderful session. And I would like to come here again and again with such wonderful people.
Sure, sure. Drop in your contact details so that we can all invite you again, right? So just coming to the end of the meeting. Before that, we do have a clear winner for the tables topic section. So before we wrap up for the night, let's just announce the winner for the table topic session that we had tonight. So any guesses who that person could be? So we had like really tough competition tonight because we had people from different countries speaking on different topics and doing some fantastic job.
Sonia or Priyanka? Sonia or Priyanka?
So come on, guys. Any guesses? So we had TM Mathuresh, TM Sonia, TM Galal, TM Priyanka, TM Kajal, TM Rashmi,
TM Ilios.
TM Ilios, as he said. Okay, we've got one vote for TM Ilios. TM Archana, TM.
Sonia.
Come on, the excitement is on the rise. Who is the winner for 81st meeting of Weave to Lead Toastmasters Club table topics section? Well, To announce the winner, we have a very clear winner, though it was a tough competition. We have clear winner for the night, and the winner of tonight is TM Sonia.
Oh
Huge
my
round of
God.
applause for TM Sonia. Very well deserved.
Thank you.
And you just make us see how to deal with difficult and little twisted topics and still ace in that session. So thank you so much. We learned quite some things from you tonight. So as a sign of time, I would like to request TM Shilpa to say the sign of slogan for us.
Sure. So in Wave to Lead, leaders don't stop until they're on the top.
Correct. So in Weave to Lead, leaders don't stop
Until they're on the top.
And remember, guys, the journey of 1,000 miles start with a single step. And tonight, we all took the first step towards the excellence that we all deserve. So thank you so much. Do join us next week at the same time, and we'll see you again with some more learnings and share the journey of life that we are on. Thank you so much, and good night, everybody.
Bye.